Happy Samhain, everyone. Happy Halloween. It is me, the Witchy Gal. Yeah, that's a cool name, Witchy Gal. Anyhow, it's me, Emil Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling. And I had to jump on today and at least wish everyone a happy Samhain, happy Halloween, because it is finally the day of the witch. And although for me, and I don't know about you all, but this season has been a little off. It hasn't felt as witchy and it hasn't felt as fall, because where I'm at, we were in the 80s yesterday, so we haven't really been feeling folly over here, and that kind of bums me out a little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyhow, I wanted to just jump on and share with you a couple of very quick ideas of how you can celebrate Samhain or Halloween in a very quick, fast, doesn't take a lot of time, obviously quick, fast approach that still helps you connect with the essence of what Halloween and Samhain really mean. So if you're not familiar with Samhain, it is spelled Samhain, H-I-A-N. Yes, okay, and it's pronounced Samhain. So I just wanted you to know that in case, there was a discrepancy between what I'm writing in the description versus what I'm actually saying. Samhain was and it still is, it's what we consider a pagan holiday. It probably started, it was an Irish, Celtic, Scottish holiday where the pagan people at the time, the ancient pagan peoples, and we think was probably originally documented around 600 to 900 AD. That's backwards, 900 AD to 600 AD. And so this is when we really start getting historical evidence of this Samhain holiday. I shouldn't say holiday, celebration is what I'm looking for. This is the Samhain celebration. And historically, what archaeologists believe happened was that these megalithic, stones that we find up in that part of the world, the Ireland and Scotland and the British Isles and so forth, a lot of these were, established to document, okay, important astronomical events. And these astronomical events became associated with the turn of nature, Mother Nature. And so these celebrations and these practices became all kind of tuned in together. And so essentially what Samhain is, it's the last harvest festival right before winter season is going to start. Samhain falls in between fall and winter, and so it's considered a cross-quarter celebration, a cross-quarter day. Eventually, what ended up happening was that this particular pagan celebration became Christianized, and in order for the pagans to follow suit to the transformation of or the goal of transformation of the Christian church, the Christians took the holiday of All Souls Day, which is really around a different day, okay, and they associated All Souls Day to this Samhain celebration. So eventually we ended up with both, right? So now we celebrate, it's the last harvest of right before winter, and we are now associating it with let's celebrate the ancestors. And so historically, that's how all that came around. That's a very, very quick version of how this happened historically. If this is not a dissertation, you don't want it to be, but anyhow. So now we have what we refer to as Hallows Eve, right? The eve of, the spirits. And so this Hallows Eve is about celebrating the ancestors or those that are in spirit. So the quick little tidbits I'm going to share with you are just about celebrating your ancestors, B, celebrating the spirits in general and how to work with that type of energy, and then how to celebrate Mother Nature, because essentially Samhain, Halloween, was really a nature, right, a sense of awareness. All right, so the very first thing that I always like to do that's quick and easy are using pumpkin seeds, okay? Like Halloween wouldn't be Halloween without pumpkin, right? So pumpkin seeds. And I prefer organic pumpkin seeds, but that's my take on it. I really just take a few of these and I spread it outside under my trees, right? And the birds, because they are preparing for winter season as well, they absolutely appreciate any additional food that they can find. And so I love to give out some pumpkin seeds. The other really cool thing that I like to do, and we are very well of this, so I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on this, is setting up an ancestor altar. My cousin David does, he shared a picture of this ancestor altar and it was absolutely gorgeous. You can put the pictures of your ancestors and light some candles, okay, and just sit and reflect and just really honor them, because that's really what Hallows Eve is about. Hallows Eve also became connected with Dia de los Muertos, which is on the 1st and the 2nd. And so again, we're celebrating the spirits. Okay, the other thing that I really like to do is use bells, okay? Bells were considered a tool to call in the spirits during the ancient times. So witches were known to carry bells because A, they could call in the spirits, or B, they could disperse the spirits. So if we don't like you, you gotta go. All right, so bells are another way, ringing bells in honor of your ancestors, call them in. I don't know if you want to disperse them, they might get upset with you, but calling in those spirits with bells are a wonderful way to do that as well. And then lighting a fire, just be careful not to burn your house down. Lighting a fire, a candle, in and of itself represents the essence of Samhain, because at the harvest festival, the last harvest festival, there was always bonfires. And so lighting the candle is not only representative of, hey, we're lighting a candle, right? We're all gathering, but it also was indicative of lighting a light for others, those spirits, to come in and to find you and to help celebrate you, because we never know what's on the other side and it could be a little dark. And when we light a candle, we are inviting the spirits to come in with us as well. So you can be very creative on what to do with the Samhain and Halloween and celebrating the spirits. You could also call in the god or goddesses. And okay, I have to show you this real quick. Hold on. Don't go anywhere, because she is absolutely gorgeous and I love her. This is the Morrigan. Okay, look how pretty she is. She's not necessarily a Samhain Halloween kind of, but she's pretty powerful kind of goddess, but she is very, very, very powerful, right? So we can get working with the goddesses, working with Hecate. Could be one. You can work with Janus is another one, right? He is pretty powerful as well. So working with maybe the more internalized or I don't want to say darker, but darker type of goddesses and gods during this year, and calling their essence in is something else that you can do. The other practice that I didn't bring my spoons, right? A lot of times we use this for New Year's, but you could do this as well during the season, is to clap 2 wood spoons together, okay? Because really what you're doing is you are resetting the energy. For a lot of witches, today is really the beginning of the year, right? So we don't start at New Year's, we start today. There is a reset that happens. So clapping the wooden spoons that we do during New Year's, you can clap them today because you're resetting the energy. And today would be a great day also to set goals for the year, right? To say, what do you want to do this year? So our new year happens today. Yeah, so those are really quick little ways that you could absolutely just, call in the essence of Samhain and Halloween. And just keep in mind that Samhain, right, the practice of this pagan festival eventually became tied in to Christianized, and the masks and the costumes, okay, of spirits and ghouls and all of that actually came in because if the veil was thinning and we were wanting to communicate with the spirits, we never knew what kind of spirits we were going to communicate with, and we didn't want to be possessed. We didn't want an angry spirit to come and possess us, so we started to wear masks and costumes that were similar in nature. For example, the demon spirit comes in, and now you have this demon costume, and so the demon was probably going to say, oh, I know you, you're one of mine, I'm just going to leave you alone. Kind of cool, right? Like, I mean, the history of Halloween is actually pretty fascinating once you really dive into it. So again, so many little things that you can do. Blessings, if you're going to give out Halloween, why, oh, I did not buy Halloween candy. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Okay, just remember to do that. If you're going to give out Halloween candy, right, you could always give a blessing when you're giving out the candy. And it doesn't have to be an external blessing. They don't need to know, kids don't need to know that you're giving them a blessing, but you can infuse your candy with lots of blessings and good stuff for anybody who takes that candy. See? Easy ways to celebrate Samhain and Halloween. So I hope everyone has fun. If you want to share your pictures of your costumes and maybe what you're doing for Halloween, I would love to see them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really excited about today. So I am on my way to go buy some Halloween candy for sure. But everyone stay safe. If you want to learn more about witchy stuff and the wheel of the year and how to practice, the Sabbaths and the cross-quarter days and all of that fun witchy stuff, reach out. I would love to hear from you. All right, everyone, have a safe and very, very happy Samhain and Halloween. Take care.